Hello everybody, this is Iceblood. Welcome to my new weekend Let's Play. This is not going to take the place of Bioshock or anything, so anybody looking forward to that one continuing, don't worry. This is a new project, Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. For those of you who probably have noticed, I have not rebooted Warcraft, even though I meant to a long time ago. You might consider this a bit irresponsible of me, and frankly I agree, but them's the breaks. This is probably the second MMO that really kind of hit me, and especially in the storyline department, and that's what we're here for. Unfortunately, my main character here is level 37, and I've gone through a lot of the main storyline with him, so we're going to start fresh. So you see here, starting character creation, there are 5 races. Each of them roughly equivalent to a standard fantasy race. Got your giants and elves and humans and whatnot. We're going to be going with the Lalafell. A wee people, sporting short rotund bodies. The Lalafell appear as no more than children to the eyes of most. Many of these nimble little folk hail from the islands of the South Seas, where they practice a simple agricultural lifestyle. It was not until the opening of maritime trade routes that the gradual migration of Lalafells to Eorzea, our main continent, began. Now one of the most well-established races in the realm, Lalafells can be found in great numbers in nearly every city. Though Lalafellan culture places great emphasis on blood relations, individuals are known for getting along amicably with members of all races. And I'm sure they'll get along just fine with us. So this is what we're going to go with. This is the first race that really called to me, probably because my favorite character in all Final Fantasy is Vivi from Final Fantasy IX. We're going to go with the Dunes folk. Perhaps the most unique characteristic of them is their luminous eyes, a result of a glossy protective layer which covers the pupil, an evolutionary response to their homeland's glaring sunlight. Many individuals wear a small traditional gemstone on their forehead, a symbol of their zodiac sign. They're adamant about scholasticism, placing the advancement of knowledge before all else. Other races tend to perceive male Dunes folk as introverts who care more for books, business, and the prosperity of Ul'dah, a city-state built upon Dunes folk ingenuity, than the goings-on of the rest of the realm. We're going to stick with this race because we're actually going to be starting in Ul'dah. So let's go here. And here is the fun part. We're going to be making our character here. Now I'm going to basically be recreating my main character. I love him, and I have been waiting to play him for a long time, but I'll be honest with you, it's been months since I've actually been able to play this game, so I've kind of forgot how he works. So not only is this going to give me a chance to show you how the main storyline works in this game, but it's also going to give me a chance to relearn the class that I picked. So, like I was saying before, my favorite character in all of Final Fantasy, probably Vivi from 9. Now 9 is not my favorite game in the Final Fantasy series, but it definitely has Vivi going for it, and I definitely can't fault it for that. And so that's kind of why I picked the Lalafell. When I got into this game was when I actually, it's a bit of a random happenstance. I got into the beta right before this was actually released. For those of you who may know about how this game's history went, it was first released, I want to say, it was a few years before this reboot came about, and the original Final Fantasy XIV was not received very well. Suffice it to say, it was basically, at least it felt like a more glossy, pretty rehash of Final Fantasy XI, which was, ironically, the first MMO I ever played. And it was basically broken. Now, I didn't actually play the original Final Fantasy XIV. I skipped it. I was well into Warcraft at the time, and I really didn't feel like I had time to focus on an extra MMO, and, you know, paying 2 subscription fees a month just didn't sound like a good idea. So I skipped it. But I did pay attention to it. You know, so I'd heard that it was getting bad press and that it wasn't doing too hot, and then eventually the game was doing so poorly that Square Enix decided to let people play the game for free. For a good, I don't know, I think it was at least a good few months, before it was finally taken down to make room for this, A Realm Reborn, which is a complete rehash. They remade the game from the ground up. They used the same world, the same races, the same classes, but everything else, the gameplay, the storytelling, all that stuff, the systems even, I think even the graphics engine, whole bunch of things they changed about the game to reboot it and hopefully make it more palatable. Oh, that's adorable. Yep, we're going with that. Anyway, we're just about done with character creation here. This is my main man. He's basically exactly how I built him when I first made the game, or first made him. And this here is an interesting part. We're actually going to pick his birthday. Now you see here, each of these corresponds to a month in our calendar. So I'm actually going to pick my real birthday, December 1st. And we're going to pick Althik, the surveyor of change in space and god of time. Commands the element of earth associated with the 12th moon of the Eorzean calendar, the father of Azema and Memphina, and elder brother to Nemea, often depicted as an austere emperor, wielding a mithril great axe. His symbol is the hourglass. That sounds pretty cool. We're gonna go with that. So what was I saying? Right before... last thing. And notice there's a bit of lore for each of these. I'm trying to read these out loud so you get an idea of what's going on. We're going to be a thaumaturge. In the hands of a skilled practitioner, thaumaturgy can be a force of terrifying destruction. At the heart of this school of magic lies the ability to call forth and command the latent aether within oneself through deep introspection. To then mold that aether into sorcery, the thaumaturge makes use of a scepter or staff within which is housed a medium, a natural stone imbued with magical properties. So that's basically our dark magic, our mage, and we're going to pick another server since we're out of room on the other one. And we're going to give him a name. This is one of the things I noticed first about this game. You can pick a first name and a last name, and I love it. So we're going to be Elion Shavara. Yay! Oh, he's so cute. Oh my god. What's the phrase? I'm going to need to punch a wall to feel manly again. Who am I kidding? I'm not manly. Anyway, so yeah, I got into the beta. Just randomly signed up one day and then got an email like 3 months later saying, "Congratulations, you're in the beta." And I decided to give it a shot. And I am very glad that I did, actually. So how's this going to work? While the loading screen's going on, it's probably going to take a little while. I'm going to shut up as soon as it loads so you can watch the introductory cutscene. But basically, I can only record this game, for the most part, when I visit my family. Because they have Comcast cable internet, and it's much more stable, and I can use it for online gaming. So that's what I'm going to start doing. So that's why this is only a weekend project. I don't want to have it, be every day during the week. I'm going to keep that on reserve for offline type games like BioShock that I'm doing right now, and stuff like that. So this will be like a special treat for you, hopefully, and for me, because I love this game, and I want to show you why. Wow, this is taking quite a while to load. It might be because I'm actually trying to use my internet. But there we go. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to be quiet here and let you watch this introductory cutscene. So I'll see you when it's done.
Here, feel.
Hey! Hey, you! We're back. Hello! You alright, lad? You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the aether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, though. Don't worry. Here we get a glimpse of how the game does scenery. This is gorgeous. Look at this. Ah, chocobos and... You there! Halt! And, brass blade captains. Apparently. What's going on? What's all this about? Inspection. Men, search the carriage. He seems friendly. I'm just an honest peddler, friend. So, don't be too disappointed if you don't find nothing, huh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. Hey. Sir, look! Somnus! Look at that smug little grin. Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? Or herbs, if you're into that. You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon to the end of your days. Unless you can afford the fine. Oh, I see how this goes. Business as usual. Ah! Amalja! Amalja! To arms! To arms! The hell's an Oh. That's an Amalja. Oof. 7 hells. Consider this a warning. Now go! All of you! Alright. This is going well. Look at that. It's like a miniature... Jesus. Alright, never mind. Apparently I wasn't supposed to pay attention to the little ship there. It's pretty cool, actually. Okay, let's see. Whew. That kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lad. Bastards will have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, huh? Hey, seeing as we've got a long road ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? Them youngins don't care much for conversation, see? No, they don't look good. Look bored. Brent's the name. Peddlin's my trade. Hello, Brent. Judging by your unusual garments, I'll wager you're one of them new adventurers. Probably. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory, that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret, adventuring's a risky business. These days especially. What was it first attracted you to it? Let's see. What are we gonna go with? I think... power. Yeah. Power? As in, power to do good? Like, protecting the weak, fighting for what's right, all that? Aye, I thought that's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fight, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. Warcraft. When you arrive in town, you'd best enroll at the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. Huh. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild neither. Makes sense. Make friends, connections. Ul'dah is home to a few. So if you fancy learning how to fight with a sword, your fists, or even spells, you should think about seeking one out. Oh, so there are guilds for each discipline, huh? Okay. Just remember, though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit being dead. That's a fact. Fair point. Bye-bye. Is this your first trip to Ul'dah? Well, this is a new server, so sure. Yeah, it's our first trip. It is? Well then, let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Do tell. Ul'dah is ruled by the Sultana in name, but as most folk know, the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monetarist cronies would happily get rid of Her Majesty altogether, but that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists, and the Royalists are nothing if not loyal. There's a tongue twister. These factions long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no sign of stopping. Of course, the Lizard Men, that's the Amalja, couldn't care less about Ul'dah politics. They have their own interests, see, and they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war's a gift to peddlers, need, breed, and profit, and though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, long last. Behold Ul'dah, jewel of Thanalan, where folk turn sand into gold. Really pretty music. See what we're looking in. Where are we going to be putting up our feet and getting things started?
In the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ul'dah.
Ooh. That's pretty. Alright.
Even with the coming of the seventh umbral era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul.
Ooh, is that me?
One whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
And here's where we part ways, lad. I'm off to the markets to deliver my wares, then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with my prattle. Oh. Well, thank you. I will take your invisible thing. You never did tell me a name, though. Hey, but here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. Okay, then. Let's embark on a legend, shall we?
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
Oh, reborn. I see what you did there. Looks all grim and purposeful, and then he walks like that. That's adorable. Anyway, Final Fantasy XIV. There's our introduction. And now we get to start playing. Well, sort of. You'll see. Oh, nice. Here we are in Ul'dah. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Oh, look. Ellie likes it too. I could get used to this. Oi! Venturer! Over here. Who is that, question mark? Ooh. I mean you. Well, hello, Asian man. Fresh off the carriage by any chance? Huh? How can I tell? Sorry, I wasn't mean to be racist, but those glasses, I mean, come on. Name's Wymond. My business is knowing every bugger else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by way of welcome to our fair city? Free of charge, even. Just this once, like. And here we go. Welcome to Ul'dah, the shining beacon of prosperity rising from the deserts of Thanalan. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. Alrighty then, we're going to go with Gamepad. It's probably the first part about this game that really attracted me to it, the idea of playing an MMO with a controller. It's revolutionary, I tell you. And now we have to speak to Wymond. So this is our first quest. Let's see. Let's get rid of these. I know how this works. Okay, so let's see. Okay, there we go. 'Tis plain to anyone with eyes you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged, or worse. I don't want that on my conscience. So, before you do anything else, you want to head over to the Quicksand, speak to Momodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild and can set you on the right path. Huh. And looks like there's our destination. Just take those steps over yonder, pass through the double doors, you'll find her inside. Okay then. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventurer. Alright then. I suppose we'll go speak to Momodi. Duty list. Keep track of quests. Yep. Alright. And yeah, okay, gotcha. Now, if you look at the mini-map there, it shows our destination right there. That's basically what that little tutorial thing was telling us. Let's go into the Quicksand. Ooh, this place looks pretty cool. And there's Momodi. If you couldn't tell by her name tag, there's that giant green check mark. Not obvious at all. Why, hello there. Who might you be? Hi. If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ul'dah, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. Hell of a job. And lucky for you that it is. Without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Probably true. Like conflict with the Amalja, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on, forever now. Then there's the Garlean Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all there's worry. Worry and a lingering feeling of loss. Little wonder. Scarce been 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an 8th hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. It's like the end of the world had come at last. Sheesh. But then things begin to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next. Some of them 2 or 3. You'd think that people would remember something like that, but the fact is they don't. Nobody does. There's one thing the survivors agree on, though. Part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. It's just a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten, so we call them the Warriors of Light. It's a reference to Final Fantasy I, actually. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. Seems noble enough. All I ask is you lend a helping hand and try to leave Ul'dah in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. I bet we can do that. Alright then. A promise is a promise now. I'm gonna pinky swear or something? I'm counting on your help. Put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And a happy and prosperous Ul'dah means more business for the quicksand, too. Anyway, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. Sure. Okay. With an invisible pen. Elion Shavara. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, it does. Well, thank you. Alright, Mr. Shavara. On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 'Twas my witness, I swear to you. I'll bring you your money. In the East, it said even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you were given a 4th chance to offend. You two, attend to this scum. I'm sorry, I can't take that guy seriously. No, please! Mercy! Well, ain't that a sorry sight? Nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just, don't go bother me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Can probably do that. Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the women folk from time to time. Well, aren't you cheeky? And he wrote, "Welcome to Uldai, Elion. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you a little bit about our fair city." Alrighty. For the most part, the storyline is done for this introduction. After this, the main quest line starts, because this is the end of the game tutorial. Now we kind of have an idea on how things work. And, okay, so we're going to pretty much end it here. We're going to get into the main quest line next time. I hope you enjoyed this introduction. A lot of talking, a lot of storyline, a lot of, you know, character creation and all of that. Just giving you an idea of how things are going to go. Hope you enjoyed it, and like I said, this is only for weekends, so I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.